Tom Thibodeau and the New York Knicks are hiding something that not only includes their best possible lineup, but also a very secret problem the Knicks have had and no one has caught on to yet. And we're going to break this down. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into the video as we always do. But guys, real quick, if you could subscribe, it would help out the channel a lot. There's been some weird stuff going on with the YouTube algorithm over the last day or so, and it's hard to see who's watching this. So like this video and leave a comment down below what you've thought of the New York Knicks throughout this season. But let's talk about basketball, guys. The New York Knicks, well, they lost to the Houston Rockets in what was a strange game. I mean, the calls were weird, but I frankly couldn't care less about that because there's a secret problem the Knicks have, and it appears they're trying to hide it. Now, looking straight up, I think if you look down, you could absolutely see what the problem is. They had 3 points off the bench. The New York Knicks, a team that not that long ago was known for strong bench play, had 3 points off the bench. That is not, it's not just not good, it's awful. It's really bad for the New York Knicks. And frankly, looking at this team, it's something to worry about because there isn't a clear answer on how to stop it. Obviously, Jalen Brunson's your best player and your best scorer. Karl-Anthony Towns is there to put the ball in the basket as a big man, especially from three. OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges are guys who must start. And yes, you could move Josh Hart to the bench for Deuce McBride, something that we are going to talk about for a bit because I think that has something to do with how the Knicks can have their best rotation. But Josh Hart going to the bench wouldn't exactly change scoring a whole lot as Josh and Deuce score at similar rates anyway. So the question is, what is going on with the New York Knicks bench? And another question is, why are the New York Knicks willing to not play their bench at all? The New York Knicks obviously have an interesting bench unit right now due to some injuries, including Cameron Payne, who though is highlighted here by ESPN, says that he's out for a coach's decision. That's not true. He is hurt right now, but he will be back soon. But you have a young rookie in Pacome Dadier who you could throw out there and has proven to score the ball, at least at an all right enough rate. We saw in the preseason he had double-digit scoring games. We saw him in the NBA in Game 1 against the Boston Celtics. We saw him hit an important three. We've seen, or as important as it could be in a game that you got blown out by. We've seen Pacome Dadier have a willingness and an ability to score the basket, yet the Knicks are not playing him. But it goes farther than that. Also, if you've been watching the channel, you absolutely know that I'm a huge Pacome Dadier fan. But it goes a lot deeper than that. They shot 28 threes. The Knicks shot 28 threes as a team. A lineup that has Jalen Brunson, Karl-Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, and Mikal Bridges in the starting lineup playing the most minutes. And we're going to talk about those minutes. The team shot 28 threes as a total. 6 of them came from their bench. The starting lineup of Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, Karl-Anthony Towns, they did not combine for enough threes. Yeah, Mikal did fine. He took 8. OG did fine. He took 6. Towns took 2. And frankly, is that arguably not enough? Maybe, but Towns is playing center now, and frankly, I like the idea that Karl-Anthony Towns is playing center and getting his points inside, but he has to score at all 3 levels. That's how Towns is at his best. Brunson took 4. The man shot 40% from 3 last year. Why is he only shooting 4 threes tonight? Josh Hart took 2 and missed them both, and that's a problem, and we are going to have to get into that because it is a problem. The New York Knicks bench is not scoring the ball, and taking Deuce McBride off the bench is not going to help anything. The bench looks weak, and I know before someone mentions it, yes, TJ Warren is in the middle of that photo. TJ Warren is no longer on the New York Knicks. He was on them for the preseason. He's not on them anymore, and I said the New York Knicks should not have him on there because TJ Warren's past his prime and not going to be able to replicate anything that the New York Knicks would need. But hey, maybe I was wrong because the Knicks scored 3 points off the bench. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about at all. Maybe that's the problem because the New York Knicks bench has been weak thus far, at least especially against a game they lost to the Houston Rockets. Now, again, there's more that we have to consider looking at this game. We've seen the Houston Rockets go out there and play well. The Knicks defense, it could have been better. It could have been worse. It's not like the Knicks gave up a ton of points with 109. The Knicks defense at points looks real good. They let Schengen score a lot, and they shouldn't have ever had Karl-Anthony Towns guarding him, but I understand why they did. Towns is the big man. Schengen's the big man. It just should have been OG earlier on. And Tom Thibodeau is coaching the defense just fine. I mean, yes, Jalen Green at the end put his game back together, but it's fine. Look, here's the big problem. Josh Hart is not working in a Tom Thibodeau starting five that wants to be five out. That's the problem. That is the big problem the Knicks have, and there's a connecting problem to that, and that is the fact that if you're the New York Knicks, you cannot exactly go out there and be like, hey, we're going to put Deuce McBride in the starting five. When we do that, we're going to have arguably less scoring off the bench. We're certainly going to have less shot creation. We're going to need to keep some guys on the court longer. And we've already seen that that's a problem because the New York Knicks played Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Jalen Brunson over 40 minutes. Brunson didn't sit in the second half of the game. Josh Hart played 38 minutes. Towns played 32, which is fine. But here's the thing. Why are we playing guys in a playoff rotation just because there's injuries? This is the regular season. We're 6 games in. Play Ariel Hukporti, especially over Jericho Sims, because, I mean, we do have to discuss it to some degree. Jericho Sims didn't look comfortable out there. He's in year 4, but Jericho Sims has struggled to find any sort of semblance of just court feel for the game. It feels like Jericho Sims is struggling to find a feel for the game, which is obviously a problem considering the New York Knicks have a center issue with Precious Achiuwa currently being injured and obviously Mitchell Robinson not going to be on the floor for the New York Knicks until at least January. So Jericho Sims is going to have to go out there and do well if he is their backup big man. The problem is there's a rookie in Ariel Hukporti who looks like he should be their backup big man. I've never seen Jericho Sims, a man who was in the dunk contest, do that. We're going to play that back real quick because it looks real good. Why is Ariel Hukporti not getting minutes over Jericho Sims when clearly Jericho Sims is struggling to find any semblance of the game this season, a season where he was supposed to have a jump, where the only thing that looks a lot different from his stats in general is the fact that his field goal percentage this year is lower than his career field goal percentage, and his PER is lower than his career PER. In a season where he was supposed to be a breakout center, we have not seen that from Jericho Sims, despite the fact that he's been getting chances to be that player. It's really confusing, and the New York Knicks, it's becoming a problem for them, and I don't see why the answer isn't go out there and bring in Ariel Hukporti into the game. It just doesn't make sense. And with Josh Hart in the starting lineup, we're seeing an unwillingness for the Knicks to play a 5-out system because teams are willing to leave Josh Hart open from 3. Josh Hart's going to have to shoot those threes, and he's going to have to learn to make them. That's the only option, or they're going to have to take him out of the starting lineup in favor for Deuce McBride. The best the Knicks offense looked, and mind you, the defense isn't going to fall off with Deuce McBride replacing Josh Hart. The two are both phenomenal on-ball defenders. Here's the deal, guys. Yes, it weakens the rebounding a bit, but the offense, it works better. Cat can get one-on-one matchups at the rim, and he's a phenomenal passer. He'll be able to pass out of it to 4 premier shooters in that situation. It's what I wanted the Knicks to do with Julius Randle at points before Randle got traded for Towns. A player where this works so much better because when Brunson's attacking the hole, you can't have the big man help off at all because Karl-Anthony Towns, if he gets an open 3, he's going to hit it. The Knicks are going to have to figure out a way to implement that rotation more into games and not lose complete scoring when those guys are off the floor and also add in another guy into the rotation. There's a lot Tom Thibodeau is going to have to fix this season. Frankly, I do not like the way he's coached the Knicks so far, and I know the Knicks have won handfuls of blowout games and is reacting to one game where the bench played poorly, kind of out of proportion, yes, but that's why I'm ending kind of on this note of Josh Hart and the starting lineup. Yes, Josh Hart's great. I don't want to see Josh Hart's role get diminished because he's excellent. He's just got to stand in the perimeter, and it's not fully his fault. Tom Thibodeau is running some sort of weird system where if Towns gets the ball on the baseline, there's 2 guys also in the paint. Why? They should be out on the perimeter. Josh Hart can shoot threes. He's proven the fact that he can shoot threes. He's going to have to start shooting threes because it is going to make this team better. Guys, let me know what you think down below. As I mentioned, please subscribe. It is really hard to see who's viewing the channel for some reason, just due to an analytics thing that YouTube hopefully is fixed by the time this video's out. Just leave a comment down below if you think I'm right on this. Leave one down below if you think I'm tripping. Just let me know. Have a great day and go Knicks.